Hi, this is Vanessa Joy here with Shutter Mag, and I have 5 marketing strategies for you today. Be sure to check out my article in this month's Shutter Mag, but in case you just feel like having me read to you or talk to you as opposed to you doing the work and reading for yourself, that's what I'm here for. Just kidding. I tend to give you some information here and some information in the article. They're both full, complete packages, but hey, why not get the best of both worlds? So be sure to check it out. All right, let's start off with the big elephant in the room when it comes to marketing, and that is social media. I know it seems like you've just been beaten over the head with social media and you have to constantly do it and constantly hear about it, and it's a real pain in the tush. But the truth is, it's one of the best ways to get an organic, free, other than the time you spend doing it, reach to potential clients. So here's how I'm going to break it down for you. I think you should be spending the majority of your time where the majority of your clients are. I know, novel idea, right? So if you are thinking your demographic is moms, let's just say, or families that have somewhat older children, Facebook is likely your jam, and a little bit of Instagram. If you're a wedding photographer, you'll most likely find couples in that demographic range on Instagram. If you're looking for high school seniors or something of that nature, yeah, you might have to go on TikTok, or at least play with Instagram Reels, because Instagram Reels, of course, is trying to mimic TikTok. Hey, they did a good job and they stole Snapchat, so, who knows? But you want to make sure that you're spending your time social media-wise in the place where most of the demographic of your client base, where they hang out, right? If you want to find people, go where they hang out. I'm not going to get too much more into social media on that. Lord knows I've written a lot about social media. In Shutter Mag, we talk about it a lot, but you can't have a marketing strategies video without at least mentioning that. Let's flip the switch, and we are going to go with number 2, and that is think of unconventional marketing strategies. The biggest one that comes to mind for me, snail mail. Direct mail, especially after the whole coronavirus catastrophe, or who knows, maybe during it. By the time you see this, we don't know how long this is going to go on for. But if you were me, you noticed a drastic difference in the amount of, quite frankly, junk mail that you got. My mail pile got cut in not even half, like cut in a quarter. I hardly got any mail anymore, and I think, in general, at least from my experience with mail, a lot of people, photographers especially, aren't doing any direct mail advertising. So give it a shot. It's unconventional, it's old school, it's going back to how the way things used to be, and you'll definitely stand out since almost no one else is doing it. So you got your social media for organic, you got your snail mail for unconventional, and then of course, if we want to still talk about mail, let's get into email marketing. If you're familiar with Michael Anthony, who is a fellow Shutter Mag writer and a Shutterfest speaker, he has a great course on email marketing. It is extensive. I'm currently taking it. But if you want to just start off with email marketing and not think too hard about it, I really suggest having some kind of form on your website or your Instagram that's a quick freebie, some kind of guide that your clients will love. I currently have 2 different types of freebies that are geared towards clients, and it's just a pop-up that comes up and says either 6 great ways to save thousands of dollars on your wedding, or 5 ways to look amazing in photographs, even your selfies. Who doesn't want either one of those things, at least for my target demographic? If you're shooting families, maybe it's 6 ways to get your kids to not bother the crap out of you while during a car ride. So it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's appealing to your target demographic when they're visiting your Instagram or website or wherever it is that you're going to present this. Back to the email part, you're like, this is nice, Vanessa, but I thought we were talking about email marketing. We are. What they do is they fill out a form. I currently use sticky apps, and they give me their email address, and then I send them a variety of emails, usually 9 emails over the course of 2 weeks, each of them that have some kind of tip or introduction to who I am and what I do in it. It's nice because it keeps you at the forefront of their mind, especially when potentially they've contacted hundreds of other photographers for the wedding or project that they're looking for a photographer for. So email marketing, get in front of them and stay in front of them. And then finally, spoil your existing clients. I actually talked about this recently in another video for Shutter Mag, but I wanted to hit on it again. Marketing strategies, it's not always about thinking outside your bubble. Sometimes it's treating the inside of your bubble really, really well. And spoiling your clients with gifts can definitely do that. They'll post about them on social media. They'll rave about you to all of their friends and family. Definitely a good idea. And then the fifth marketing strategy, nurture relationship. The fifth marketing strategy, learn how to speak. The fifth marketing strategy is nurture your relationships. So if you have relationships, particularly in the wedding industry, I can always compare to that since that's my major genre of photography. I've got florists and halls and DJs and makeup artists and everything else. And naturally, people are always like, well, I want to get to know the hall and the wedding planner because they're the ones that are going to send the most business. Yeah, maybe, potentially, because that's where couples usually go first. But if you have a lackluster relationship with these two people right here, but you have a great relationship with these three right here, which might be the hair, makeup, and invitation designer, and I don't know, florist, where couples don't usually go first, they will rave about you 100 times more than the two lackluster relationships that technically have more clients before they hire you first, and what's going to be worth it in the long run. So take the time to nurture the relationships that you have within the industry, and it does not matter how big or small their client base is, because if you have one raving person about you, they will send you way more business than the biggest wedding planner in the country. I hope that helps. Lots of marketing things to do. Go do it. I'll see you next month.